So how much did you make with your creator client like a few months ago in 7 days?
I made $30,000 from my launch.
That's crazy, man. And how much in debt were you at your worst?
At my worst, I would say I was at $13,000 in debt.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Crazy. And so what model did you do this with? And can you explain that business model in one sentence for me?
So, you know how a lot of content creators, they have like a big audience, but they just don't know how to convert to paying clients. So what I do is like basically reach out to them and say, hey, let's partner. You have built all this attention. Now let's turn that attention to money.
So simply growth operating, right?
Yeah.
Wow. Awesome. So Rojal, would it be okay today if you could tell me kind of where you began? You're untapped as frick niche right now. Your full outreach and closing script for your creator, your secret masterclass funnel, and much, much more that'll take us viewers that are watching right now to $30,000 launch in 7 days, just like you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, bro. So then kind of what's your background? Give me a quick rundown.
So I'm from Nepal. So my family, my parents, I grew up not that rich.
I see. Okay. And so kind of tell me about, right? I remember you were in Nepal and then you had an opportunity to come to the US because you had your visa now. And so kind of tell me what it looked like when you came to the US.
Okay. I'm already in so much debt because I came to USA solely based on loans. And the thing is that I had to pay by myself for my tuition fee, which is like $6,000 a semester. And my rent is like $900.
Wow. So in fact, the debt was getting higher and higher and higher.
Yeah. Without knowing like if I could make any money here, without knowing where I will be staying, without knowing anyone, basically. I found a job in gas station. So I remember that I used to work in register. I used to sweep floors. I used to fill up groceries. I had to manage all the vendors. And another thing is the place where I work, it was like kind of like a hood. Everyone is like big and I'm like small, like immigrant Indian looking guy from Nepal, right? I was the person who was responsible to work in that gas station for 10 hours straight, standing up every single day.
Wow. Right. And I remember you said you worked there for a year and a half trying to pay off that $13,000 in debt.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. So you're in the situation. It's now March 2024. And then you find out about growth operating in some way. And I remember you saying it started with Hamza on YouTube and finding Adonis Gang on Skool. So kind of tell me about that story.
Yes, I used to watch Hamza videos. I used to watch Iman Ghazi videos. So Hamza had kind of like this movement where it was like, I think it's like 7 day or 10 day of like free value. And then at the end, he like directed all the traffic to join his Adonis gang free community on Skool. I learned about this Skool community from that. And at the time, so Eddie Cumberbatch and Brady, I think they had a like free growth operating community. So I had some skill on DM setting. I had a skill on blogging. And I also knew how to build a website, and everything like came together. And when I heard about this model, it's just like, holy shit, this is so good. I remember that I was in gas station. I was taking customers online, and I was still on standing, and I was on my phone listening to YouTube videos. And Tim's like 5-hour course just pops up that time. From Tim's 5-hour course, it just gave me so much clarity, like on how to exactly reach out and how the business model works. Actually, so one of my worries were, okay, so I will get the creator fine, but how do I provide service for them? And your video like just made it so much clarity on how I should deliver. Right. And I was like just digging every information that you had to provide. So I watched that 5-hour video, and you had a CTA to the free Skool community. And then I joined to that free Skool community. And and I think I get my message for that doc that you're sharing, sharing for the 5 hour course. Yeah, so there was like outreach script that you suggested, and I just played around with outreach script, and within 1 week, I landed my first creator.
Wow. Okay. So real quick though, that's amazing that within 1 week you landed your first creator. Let's go a little bit back to the thought process on finding your niche.
When I choose niche, basically I was looking for niche that no one was talking about. So I looked at your case study. You had a case study of UGC. And when I learned about the concept of UGC, it just clicked me. Holy shit, this is also great opportunity. Like this is also great niche. UGC niche has mostly like female audience. And I figured out there are a lot of female content creators too. And growing up, I was always watching like vlog videos on YouTube, like travel videos. So I just reached out to a lot of travel content creators.
Even despite being in a niche like that with travel creators, you still were able to turn it into a business opportunity by making it so that travel creators is a mechanism, like how to make money as a travel creator. And soon later on in the market research, you find out that these creators, these travel creators, they want to learn about something specifically. So we'll get into that. But that's really how you're able to make that $30,000, because you can't really sell something for high ticket because you sold it for $3,000, right? You can't sell it high ticket if you're not going to promise them the money in return. So it's very, very smart that you turn this into a biz op mechanism and you kind of dominate this niche now. And then let's move on though to the outreach method. Once you found this niche, and then can you also show me your conversation?
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
So that's your profile.
Yeah. Yeah. So I have like two accounts. One have like 2,000 and something followers, and this is my another account. So when I reached out with two different accounts, same picture and same picture, like on both profile. So you can actually see that I don't have any huge followers. It was all about volume, basically. I reached out every single day, nonstop. Yeah. So when I reached out, I used Trello to reach out.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So team had like exact framework on how to do outreach on a day by day basis. So I just followed like exactly how he said to basically like optimize my time. And so at the night, I just collected all the leads. And then I did like reach out. Like, okay, so first touch point is like first time reaching out. And second touch point is like second following up. Third touch point is also like following up. Fourth touch point is also following up. And lead magnet offered was, I basically said, okay, so do you want this free lead magnet? So I think I can still close these girls because I have not even talked to them, because I offered free lead magnet and I did not even like get back to them because I landed my first creator. And then so there is also like people are not interested, and I did discovery call and I put it in here like potential client, and she's the client I landed my she's my first client, and I made like $30,000 from her. So I can show you like what was the outreach message. So she's my business partner. She's my business partner and my first client. So this is like my 136 follower account. So even without huge followers, if you like just optimize your profile, just like how team says, right? And just follow it and do the work. I said like this: hey Sarah, I was checking out your travel videos, super valuable stuff. By the way, I found some gaps in your monetization strategy, which I can help with. If I could work for you for 14 days for free, then you only pay me if I make you money. Would you be interested? And then she did not get back to me. And what I did was, so during that time on my Instagram, I could only send the first message. I think it's because of some kind of limit, because I was reaching out to so many people. So what I did was, I think it is like some valuable tip that you can follow is just reply to their story or reply to their highlights if you cannot message second time. So I replied to her story like, "Hey Sarah, just wondering, did you get my message above?" And another day, like, Sarah. So I use that tracking system. So I'm like all in doing the same thing for every creator, right? I was just following up consistently.
Wow.
And then she was like, "Okay, please tell me more about this." And then I just told her this. "Hey, thanks for getting back to me. There's a lot of nuances that go into it, and I'll probably like to break that down on a longer chat." So I use this whole thing from Tim because I think he suggested that instead of saying like join me for a call, if we say something like let's chat for a longer chat, then that sounds more neutral and people don't get too defensive, and basically like it worked. And I use this from Alex Hormozy. I was also watching Alex Hormozy content. Like, will you be opposed to jumping on a quick 15-minute Google Meet? And I just gave her the option instead of making her second guess which time to join or stuff like that, right? So I just combined like everything, like, "Hey, thanks for getting back to me, and this thing, will you be opposed? And I can do between this time, this time, this time, or we can look at later this week if those time don't work for you." And then we can for sure. So this was like conversation, and she asked for some info before the call, like how I work and info of what I do. And I use this lead magnet that Tim provided, like whole doc. Yeah, so I got this like lead magnet from Tim, from his like operator incubator. So I made a copy, and what I did was I made it in a way that I'm only working with travel content creators. So the full guide and framework I use to help travel content creators monetize and scale. So I just changed everything, like whether you are a seasoned travel content creator or just starting out, right? And look at this. I just changed everything to travel so that when she opened this doc, she was like, "Holy shit, this is for me. He created all this for me, basically." And she was like kind of like stoked to see this document. And I just say like, "I'll basically operate behind the scene 100% for you, do market research, create offer, optimize build funnel, create a lead magnet, and then handle your DMs by hiring setters and closers. So you just focus on creating content as usual. As for the call, we will get to know each other and understand your current marketing and sales process and create a plan to achieve your desired outcome." And regarding my previous work, I have experience working with an influencer. I used to create content, manage content, and sales funnel. And I worked as a closer, DM setter for his paid mentorship. And I would love to share more with you on the call. And I just sent her the link. I hope I answered all your questions. Let's have a longer chat at Saturday, 5 p.m. CT. I had this like, so wow. I gave all her answers, and I ended with call to action. And then she said, "This sounds very interesting. Looking forward to the call." And yeah, so we jumped on the call, and that was, so I showed some proof, like I was working for this guy and my website of my previous tech skills. And this was the call recording with her, and I just sent it to her. And yeah, that call was epic. I'm so stoked. Can you also send over the Google document you went through during the call? And I went through the same document during the call. Yeah. And yeah, so that is basically like how was the outreach basically.
What was the deal structure?
We ended up doing on 50% revenue split.
And no setup fee.
No setup fee. Yeah.
Right. And especially like when you work in the beginning, you gotta work hard like a dog But then if you're good, then you'll actually get results like you did, Rojal, right? So then I also remember simultaneously, if you go over to community and you look at Rojal, at one point you were in there, like day 8, dropping daily sort of updates. I think you kind of deleted a few of them. But then you were showing like day 8, day 7, day 6, like daily updates on how you close your creator. And then finally, you actually uploaded the point where you closed your creator. Back then, man, bro was at a buzz cut, huh? You uploaded the video on you closing your creator, literally for the entire community. So really, really appreciate you doing this for us, man.
Thank you. So I was like on a grind mode, and after I watched his video, I was like, okay, so I know what to do, and I was like all in.
Wow, awesome, man. And how did you feel when you're sort of engaging in the free Skool Group? Like, what was your thought process? Did you enjoy it? Like, give me sort of like how the engagement was in there, and tell me about that, and how like the free Skool Group really helped you out.
Yeah. So free Skool really helped me out. Your free Skool, because whenever anyone had question, you just answered it, and the answer was not like, "Oh, let's go. Yeah, it's good," or not like that. But you did it like very detailed answer. Like your answers were very detailed, and so I knew that if I posted in this community, then I will get help from you. So I just like keep posting it and asking questions from you. Yeah.
Okay, so then going 3 weeks in, where I remember you signed the creator, and then she was actually out for 3 weeks, right? So what sort of happened in between that time?
Yeah, I signed her as my client, but she was like, she had like a brand suit of like somewhere, and she was also in like retreats, and I thought, okay, so she just went away for 3 weeks, and I was like depressed. So I had that fun that, okay, I closed my first creator. Now she's like away, and but during that time, I tried to utilize everything to learn about fulfillment, and I think it gave me the opportunity to learn everything about how can I deliver my service and how can I launch properly. So during that 3 week, I just scraped the whole internet, trying to look for how can I fulfill her. And at this point, his YouTube videos breaking down. Okay, so you need to do settings, you need to do closing, and you need to do market research, and you need to do market research. You need to create an offer, and then sales letter, and this. So I didn't knew anything about this. So I knew that I can help creator make money, but I didn't knew like step by step process on how I can help creator make money. So that time, all my focus was I need to do anything to get my first client. And after I got my first client, I focused on, okay, now I close her. How can I fulfill her? Right. And then I shifted towards that, and it was like all learning at the same time. Yeah.
I see. Okay. So then as you're learning, though, there is this moment where you know the things now, and you're pretty solid at this idea. And so tell me, what was that turning point like at the end of the 3 weeks? You're there, and it was from 2 p.m. to 12 a.m., midnight, that you would end your gas station shift, doing this for a year and a half now, refilling all the coffee machines, fixing the grocery store, mopping the floor, cleaning the toilets. But then it was now June 2024, and you had this sort of turning point, one midnight. And so tell me about the feelings that you had of sort of fear there, and the thought process of the decision that you made that night.
So she was away for some weeks, and my semester was also finished. So I had like free time to work on it, like all in. And I presented my idea on how we are going to launch, and she liked that idea. And after that, I was like, okay, so now I have a creator who is willing to work with me, basically. And then I also have free time because I do not have to go to college. So I work from 2 p.m. to 12 a.m., like 10 hours straight, all standing. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So 2 p.m. to 12. And I came back home from gas station one night. And then because I used to stand a lot in my work, uh, like my knee used to hurt a lot, so much. And I was sleeping laying in my bed after work. It is like 1 a.m, 1:30, 2 a.m. I was laying in my bed and my back hurts so much, and then my knee hurts so much. And I asked myself, like, is it really something that I want to do? And I asked myself some questions like, why I'm still working? And I ended up with the answer that, okay, so is it because I'm not confident in my skill? I asked my that question, and then I was like, no, I completely believe in my skill. So why are you afraid? And I was like, okay, so it's all about how confident I'm in my skill. So if I want to do this and if I want to make this work, then I have to go all in. And then at 2 a.m., I just messaged my manager, okay, I quit. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's respect, man. Wow. And so you make that decision, and the next few weeks starts the journey of Rojal to 30K in 7 days. And so tell me that first step. So how we go about it in the incubator, right? There's marketing, there's sales, and there's fulfillment, and then of course operations, but the main point is marketing, right? And so with marketing, the first step in that is your market research process. So what was the first thing that you did when Sarah was ready to go with the market research, and how did you start that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we started market research, and for us, like market research was kind of lengthy process because it was my first time doing it, and I did not have that much experience talking on calls with random people. We started by talking with her friends, but I quickly realized that, okay, so her friends are not her ICP, her ideal customer, right? Because they are her friends, basically. So what we did was we posted a story on do for market research. We said like, hey guys, I'm looking for 10 content creators to give you early access to something huge I'm working on. If you want some free game plan or free coaching, then just DM me this keyword, and then my business partner will get back to you, something like that. And then I got so many DMs, and I got on a call with each of them. Like I took like more than 40 calls, like around 40. And
Wow.
then yeah.
And so after you did those 40 interviews, there was a big thing that you realized that they really wanted. So tell me about that.
What I figured out quickly with like in-depth market research, everyone was talking about how I can make money as a travel content creator from brand deals. And the keyword here was brand deals. What I did was I tied it to money and how to make money from paid brand deals as a travel content creator, right? What it did was it targeted the travel content creator who are already creating content. And now instead we are teaching those travel content creators how to make money from paid brand deals.
Wow. Genius. So you went not for the beginners, but like slightly advanced, and then you hit a nerve in the market.
Mm-hmm.
And now people really wanted that product on how to make money as a travel content creator with brand deals. Okay, and so then let's go into your launch strategy idea. How did you get the overall idea of that genius masterclass funnel?
At that time, Iman Gadzi was launching his own agency accelerator program, and I also saw how Hamza redirected all his audience to Adonis gang. And what they had in common is like provide free value upfront and then ask for a CTA. So what I did was on Instagram, I just promoted, okay, join this free masterclass, free brand deal masterclass. It is happening on starting from this date to this date. And then I heard about soap opera sequence. And what I did was I used a soap opera sequence on, instead of emails, I used on Instagram Reels. So that was the first time Sarah, my client, shared about her story, and her audience loved it. The all copy was revolved around, I made this happen because of that one big thing, and that one big thing is paid. When I realized about paid brand deals, and what I also realized is that you don't need to have use followers for paid brand deals. And if you want to learn more about paid brand deals, then comment masterclass, and I will give you invitation to join this free masterclass that is happening from this date to this date.
Okay, so can you really quickly pull up Sarah's Instagram and show us those reels and the captions that you wrote for them?
Yeah. So the masterclass was like a free class. It started on 10, on 6th, 7, and 8th, 9th, and 10th. We promoted the masterclass, but I think she archived the 9th and the 10th one because it was all about CTA and urgency and scarcity. But I can show you the 3 other reels.
All right, guys, so here they are on the screen. You guys can take a screenshot of them, and then you guys can keep them for later. Okay, so basically, you have the 5-day reel sequence. So 5-day reel. And this funnels into the comment CTA. And then from the comment CTA, you go, and this is ManyChat automated, right? And then you automatically DM them the community, the link to the free community.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Got it. And then after you CTA into the free community, they join the free community, and then you're just kind of holding them in a little cell until you start the program.
Yeah. So what I basically did was I promoted the masterclass, but in order for them to join the masterclass, they need to join the free community. And to join the free community, they also need to give their email. And yeah, so that's how I got like around 400 people to join her free community.
Wow. So just the soap opera sequence and just Instagram stories, right? Nothing else?
Yeah, soap opera sequence and stories. And what we also did was during the masterclass event, while it was running it, we did story like, okay, so we did the counter like, okay, so today this class is going to happen. If you want to join free community. And like that happened like every other day when there was a new class. So this is I think the nurturing one, I guess. Yeah, so 2 days left, 3 days left. So it's like I'll be hosting my free brand deals masterclass from 10th to 23rd. DM me this, 3 days left, and then 2 days left also along with reels. And then yeah, so my live masterclass starts today. Join here and timer. And masterclass after the, I think it was after the first call, she uploaded this on her story. And another and she said like, tomorrow we are going to talk about this. Join here. And like every single day, like we just did like, okay, so now we are going to talk about this. Join now. And yeah, so now we are going to talk about this. Join now. Yeah, so so our last class on, so she was also posting like different story on top of that, so it felt like kind of natural.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, so free value and also being her by herself, right? And she was basically like promoting every class every single day. And also like showing like screenshot of the appreciation of people who joined like this.
Wow. And so did you direct her to make those stories?
I just told her include timer, include that showing a laptop that you have this class and do it on your own. Yeah.
Very smart, very smart. And she's also good at the Instagram stories. She's a good creator. So I can see how that worked out. Right. So back to the sort of masterclass that you had. Could you please show us the sort of structure that you had, all the docs that you had, and even go inside that free community and show us what those calls looked like as well?
So this is the free community. And then you can go to Classroom, Brandil's masterclass. So so what we did was the doc was shared here. So I helped Sarah on creating like these kind of documents, like Notion documents.
She's just casually in Costa Rica there. Just like the most beautiful background
and that is like epic because she's like showing like what she really is and kind of like status delta, I would say. Yeah.
Exactly. The social proof. She has a social proof. Okay, so could you please show us that document?
So I was just going over like what is the overall process and what will be the next days looks like and how Brandil works overall, basically. And the what will be the main goal and like making that crystal clarity on so this is just showing like how they can leverage the free community and also like so this one. So right now I'm using this as a free lead magnet. That's why at the end I have this, because right now what I'm doing is I'm giving all this doc as a lead magnet by providing value on Instagram Reels. And if they have CTA, we just give this doc. And
wow, genius. So documents that you already had made now serve as lead magnets.
Yeah. So like this, just like this. And for every doc, we went over the class. So she was going over class, and at the end we had like a Q&A section. And so for the first 4 to 5 days, we just gave pure value. And at the end, what we did was I think it's during like 5 to 9. What we did was at the end we said like, okay, so here's my offer. I'm opening 10 spot for my mentorship program. Now just DM me this word.
So kind of tell me about the structure on day 5 through 9. What is the call structure? So you intro, drop sauce.
Yeah,
and then...
so it's like intro and then sauce, like all free value, and then Q&A, and then she does, okay, so now do I have a permission to show something that I have to like offer to you guys? And then everyone says yes, and then they actually enjoyed while she was like pitching them, right? And so we went over the same doc over and over like every day. And at the end we just did like, okay, so DM me this word if you want to get into the mentorship. And we only have 10 spot. And what we did was every day we just said like, okay, we have this spot left.
Yeah, and so you, on day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7, day 8, day 9, you have the structure, which is basically the introduction, the sauce drop, Q&A, you do the pitch at the end, and then you DM CTA over into back to the Instagram DMs. And so tell me what sort of appointment setting script, Rojal, you used and how that sort of looked.
So what I did was not only to the people who said I'm in, right, but also to the people who commented masterclass or DM'd her masterclass, right? So
with the earlier soap opera sequence is what you're talking about. So I was
using a lot of those leads to basically like get back to them. So before even doing appointment setting, I was asking Sarah like how she talks. I was analyzing her previous conversation. I was texting in a girly way, I would say, so that it's it sounds like her, but not me. And then I also asked Sarah, what are the most common emojis that you use, so that I can use those type of emoji. And I checked her past conversation to learn how she talks. And if you check my messages, it just sounds like she's the one messaging people. Yeah.
Or it sounds like you're gay. No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So, got it. So now, could you give us an example of a few of those conversations that you've had?
This is one of our student in the inner circle of our mentorship program. So I'll just like go over this example. So so she said like masterclass in the story, right? And then I gave her the link. And then later I said, hey, I'm opening 10 spot. Will you be interested in getting paid brand deals? So what I was trying to do I was trying to get response from her. So I, instead of saying like, do you want to get on a call or something? I said like, are you interested in getting brand deals? So that it will be like easy for her to say, yes, I'm interested. But she said like, I'd love to, but I'm super broke right now and can't pay a lot. But by checking her profile, I realized that she is a perfect fit. So I asked for call anyway. And then I said like, no problem. I'm offering free game plan to our community members. A book call here. If this sounds interesting to you, let me know. And then she says, I'm in. We booked a call, right? And I offered her mentorship. So she said that she did not have money to pay for the mentorship. And I asked her, okay, you know that you want it bad enough. If money is the problem, how can we solve it together? And she suggested I can ask for my parents. And then, then go ahead and do that. And then she said like, I'll try. And how are your parents usually with this type of stuff? Usually super chill. And I don't want to be too positive. And so Sarah, my client, she talk about manifestation, meditation a lot to girls. And I was just like suggesting same. And then she said, yeah, I'm in. And then like full payment, she made the full payment. And this was the call when I was this was my schedule when I did launch. I was like all packed with calls, right? And then this is the proof of her making the payment, $3,000. Yeah. And then I shoot over a quick Loom video to her, and it is basically a welcome video on, okay, so congratulations, you made it. Now you have access to group chat. And then we will do this. The next step. This is another example. So old ladies who message masterclass. I provided the free community before, and then say, hey, I'm opening 10 spots. Are you interested in getting brand deals? And yes, it's seriously my dream career. I want to do anything possible to make it my job. And then I'm just like validating in their interest, right? I'm not like asking for a call or anything. And then awesome, the easiest thing for us to do is chat more on the call. And I was just like being really quick because they already showed interest on this. We were very specific about brand deals as a content creator. And like after I checked her profile, then I was like, okay, so yeah, you can see, right? I mean, okay, so she's good. I already know that she can pay, and I already know that she can create content, right? And then I just asked for the call, and then I had a sales call, and then she made the payment.
Wow.
Yeah, she made the payment, and I sent over the Loom video after the onboarding. Basically, it's like thank you, and this is what you can expect.
Then going over to then the sales process that you had, right? You ran that masterclass. Now you get to the appointment setting script, and then now once you have the booked calls, how did you close? Then could you even show us maybe the sales script that you have?
Yeah. So this is the mentorship sales script that we used. So I made it in a stage so that I can train Sarah as fast as possible, and she know her part, and I know her part. And objection handling was my part. So this two stage was Sarah part, and all of these like 3, 4, 5, 6 was my part. And for the 7 and 8, we kind of like went half and half, because at this time we were showing how the mentorship student can benefit from our mentorship, and we were also going over the sales presentation. So this is the script that I used. So how is your day going on? Where are you best right now? The call is super chill, and the mentorship is to see if you are a good fit or not. And then I asked like, what is your biggest motivation to join this call? And then so I was like kind of like digging deep into the problem, asking like if they have tried any other business model, like have they any tried brand deals at all, and are they getting, if they are doing brand deals, are they getting paid brand deals or just free collaboration, and just like trying to create that gap and trying to understand what are their goals and what is their motivation, and what is the consequence of not hitting that goal for them, and for them personally in their life. And then like delivering value is like it is like Sarah part, and it's like, okay, okay Sina, we can definitely help you with that. Do you like me, would you like me to show how we could do that and what will be involved or something like that? And then Sarah would go over, okay, so if you join the mentorship program, the first thing we will do is like this, help you on this, help you on this, help you on this, and something like that. Kind of like delivering value, like how exactly we are going to help. And then we ask like, okay, so does that sound like the type of help you're looking for? And then she will say yes. And then so based off what you have shared, this mentorship program sounds like a great fit to help you their desired goal. And then we ask them, okay, so if you are open to it, I can walk you through more details, and we can see if it's everything you need on your end. Sounds good? And they're like, okay, sounds good. And then what we did was go over this presentation, like this exact presentation. It's like, okay, so we are looking to
very
help.
simple.
Yeah, very simple and nothing crazy, just text and step-by-step process. So we are looking to help 10 creators. The goal is this, and this serves you as a vehicle so that you can travel and create content. Because after having some calls, the common pattern I see is they just want to travel and create content. Right? And to help you travel and create content, then this is the mechanism, brand deals. And our goal is to help you do that. And it was like, okay, so first we will do this, optimize your profile, then we will help you build your portfolio, then we will help you find brands for you, like what type of brands will be good fit for you, and we will help you create pitch templates for your specific needs. And then we will help you on proposals and negotiation. So if you get any replies, then we will get back to you and give you answers on how to basically like negotiate with brand. If you need help after you get the brand deal on creating content for the brand, then we also help you on that. And then also on delivering content, like how to be safe and how to not get fucked by brand. And then how to upsell brand and get retainer deals so that you can give content on a consistent basis and work long term than one off deal. And also after you have everything dialed in for the outreach, we will help you on attracting brands inbound, like so when brands look for campaign, how the brand look for content creators, we will teach you on that after we focus on outreach and getting you some retainers. So and then we will help you build systems and basically scale from that. So it involves like strategies to avoid burnout, steady workflow, and enjoying your journey as a content creator while traveling. Like we are just like trying to sell the dream. Yeah. And then
this was a lot of the stuff that you got from our UGC creators and the sort of case studies that we had, right?
Yes.
So how did that one UGC creator that we worked with help you out?
So it just helped me clear all this path, like step by step. Yeah. So it just made me a clear roadmap, because it's like they have a current situation and they have a desired situation, right?
Mhm.
And in order to fill that gap, current situation to desired situation, this is the step 1, this is the step 2, this is the step 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right? And this is basically the support mechanism they will get is like WhatsApp group, group calls, as long as we run this mentorship program. And if they need a one-on-one call, then we will hop on that call, and then they will get VIP DM support. They will have access to all the training materials that we will build, continue. And then yeah, so that this was a support mechanism basically. So it's like 3 calls every single week. They can get DM support. And for the first month we work like really like one-on-one and to put together the profile portfolio. And then if they need to hop on a call for something like quick guidance, then they can hop on that call, something like that. And then once again we reiterated that, okay, so this is the goal, right? So we sold all this to you, but this is the main goal, to help you like make 4-figure income in 90 days or less, and so that you can travel and create content and building a scarcity. And we are only looking for 10 content creators, as we want to focus on like delivering exceptional result. And while we are like pitching it, we just like ask, okay, so does it make sense? Like, does it benefit you, or stuff like that? And then keeping it engaging, and asking questions like, do you have any questions? Do you think like this is everything you need? And then they just like keep confirming yes, yes, yes. And after that, I just say like, okay, so before moving to the financial side of thing, what questions do you have about what I just shared, right? And then they will come up with objections. So we handle every objection even before showing the price, right? And then we handle all kind of objection there. And then they will say like, okay, so what is the price? And then after going over all the objection, after going through all the questions, after going through everything, then if they obviously they will ask what is the price. And then I go over this, and I learned this from Russell Brunson. And so when we started out, we had 2 options. One is going as cheap as possible, but this way we could make a quick doc that we have in the free community and sell it on bio using Linktree for $30. But that will not help that will not help anyone. And that way we cannot help anyone change their lives. But what we decided to do was make it a slightly higher investment, but provide you with most personalized help and support as possible. So that's why we decided to go with $3,000 investment, and it is no risk-free, 100% money-back guarantee, which means you will make at least $3,000, which is the investment, is in 90 days or less, or you have option to keep working with us until you achieve that goal, or in 90 days you get all the money back. And yeah, that was the sales pitch.
Wow, very good. And what was that last slide you have right there?
At the end, when they had like so many objections coming in, we just go over this like, okay, so I definitely see like you have 2 options: to do nothing and not take this leap of faith, which is 100% free, or to take the leap of faith and test it out, and you never know what path that might take you. So this is basically, so what I do is like present it on the presentation view. And then what happens is that they don't see other slides.
Right.
So this is just if they are asking and the objection handling is going bad, we just say, okay, so you have 2 options: either do it or don't do it. So choose one.
So it's like that emotional spike at the end to make sure that they take the action.
Yeah.
Wow, man. Awesome. And so
then, so that was how it went basically.
Wow. And basically, you said for the first 7 to 8 calls you're a little bit clueless, but then after you started getting into the flow of it, right? You and Sarah got to really solid pacing.
We sync each other.
Right. And you filled 10 spots for $3,000 each, which filled that 10 spots to the $30,000 in revenue, but then $24,000 in cash collected. And so you got 50% revenue share from that. And so therefore you kept $12,000 from that. And you did all of this in 7 days. So basically you made $10,000 above your $10,000 yourself. And it's not like 10K a month, it's 10K a week is what you're basically able to do yourself. So also remember, you said though that you had some crazy results from Sarah's students as well.
We have like a great case study. So one of the girl have made over $6,000 in brand deal, and one of the girl have made $4,400 in brand deal, and one of the girl have already got monthly retainer, and it is with one of the renowned flight booking website, Skiplagged.
Wow.
Yeah, and she is going to create like 10 to 20 reels and TikTok videos for that Skiplagged like flight booking website per month.
Wow. And how much does she make from that for that retainer?
For 10 videos, it's like 3,500 euro.
Wow, 3,500
per month.
a month. And that's euros, by the way. So I'm pretty sure in USD, that's a lot more.
Yeah.
Awesome. And so basically now you're even going into, hey, how to fulfill for this travel creator mechanism, which is awesome. You're not just out here, selling some air. You're actually providing value after the close happens. Wow, Rojal. So that makes sense. This is all what led you to go from the $13,000 in debt and a broke immigrant to now making $30,000 in just 7 days. Yeah, so guys, everything that you saw today, Rojal had all those Notion docs, Rojal had the entire sales script, Rojal had the Canva sort of pitch deck, and even the appointment setting script, all those different components we have inside of the main operator incubator. And so if you DM me RS, you can get a 10-hour course and also a full 70-page document on a step-by-step guide on how you can also scale to $30,000, guys, in 7 days, just like Rojal did. Man, so really, really appreciate you, Rojal, for breaking all of this down today. And where can people find you, Rojal?
So you guys can message me on Instagram. It is @Rojal.
Got it. And it's also on the screen, guys. And that's it, pretty much it. Bye. Peace.